Samsung's upcoming Galaxy S26 series is already shaping up to be one of the most anticipated smartphone lineups of 2026, with leaks and reports slowly revealing details. One of the biggest questions on everyone's mind is simple: how much will the Galaxy S26 cost? Based on everything known so far, the answer seems surprisingly positive. The Galaxy S25 lineup earlier this year brought several changes: a refreshed design, improved performance, and a consistent Snapdragon chip across all models. Yet despite those upgrades, Samsung didn't raise the prices. That gives a strong clue that the Galaxy S26 series might follow a similar approach. For years, Samsung has kept its flagship pricing steady. The only exception was the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which cost $100 more than its predecessor. Beyond that, the company has maintained consistent pricing. And this pricing strategy could continue into 2026, based on reports and leaks. The expected prices for the Galaxy S26 lineup are as follows. The base model could start at $799. The Plus version may begin at $999. And the top-tier Galaxy S26 Ultra could be priced at $199. So far, everything points to Samsung sticking with familiar price tags. But there's an interesting twist this time around: the return of the Exynos chip. After 4 years of absence, Samsung's in-house Exynos processor is reportedly making a comeback, at least for some regions. Unlike the Galaxy S25 series, which exclusively used Snapdragon processors, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to include an Exynos variant. This shift could save Samsung significant costs because it won't need to buy Snapdragon chips from Qualcomm for every device. With lower manufacturing costs, the company has less reason to increase prices. However, there's another side to this story. Apple's latest iPhone 17 Pro saw a $100 price increase, mainly due to added RAM and larger base storage. Apple's move could indirectly pressure Samsung to follow a similar path, especially since both companies compete in the same premium market. If Samsung does raise prices, the Ultra model would be the most likely candidate, and there's a good reason for that. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is rumored to feature several advanced hardware upgrades. One of the most talked about features is a new privacy display. This special screen would make it difficult for people nearby to see what's on the phone, adding an extra layer of privacy for users. If Samsung successfully implements this technology, it could slightly increase production costs, and in turn, the retail price. Camera changes may also play a small role. According to leaks, the S26 Ultra's camera will have a wider aperture to allow more light into the lens, leading to improved low-light photography. This change is also the reason for the phone's slightly larger and more prominent rear camera module in leaked renders. Although a wider aperture might not drastically impact the overall cost, it still contributes to the phone's growing list of refinements. Interestingly, Samsung seems to be learning from its recent missteps. The Galaxy S25 Edge, introduced earlier this year, didn't perform well in sales. As a result, Samsung has reportedly canceled the Galaxy S26 Edge entirely. Initially, the S26 Edge was rumored to come with a larger rear camera design, a bigger battery, and a new aesthetic similar to the iPhone 17 Pro, but with poor sales and shifting priorities, Samsung appears to have scrapped the project. This cancellation suggests that the company is trying to simplify its lineup and stick to what consumers already trust: the regular, Plus, and Ultra models. And if Samsung is choosing to stay safe with its lineup, there's a high chance it will play safe with pricing. All signs point to Samsung maintaining the same pricing strategy for another year. The Galaxy S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra are expected to deliver upgrades in performance, design, and possibly new features, but without hitting consumers with higher price tags. Of course, things could still change. If the privacy display or other hardware additions turn out to be more expensive to produce, Samsung could introduce a small price bump, particularly for the Ultra variant. But considering the company's need to stay competitive against Apple and other Android brands, keeping prices steady might be the smarter move. In short, the Galaxy S26 series is shaping up to deliver next-generation features while keeping the familiar pricing structure that fans have come to expect. Unless something major changes, Samsung's 2026 flagship lineup should start at $799 for the standard model, $999 for the Plus, and $1,299 for the Ultra. So, While the new phones are expected to bring fresh hardware and refined designs, the prices are likely to remain steady, a relief for Samsung fans eager to upgrade without breaking the bank.